we're live on Tuesday, I think. Mars Day. Yes. Check the calendar. Doesn't matter. We're here for another one. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch. Hold on, I need a hair tie. Yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God. I am the goddess, Lilith, reincarnated, here on another one. Shout out all the new people who have joined us through the dark night of the soul. I am your guide. I heard something funny. I was laughing. That made me laugh so hard as I was coming up the elevator. The tarot readers, they're like, I do personal readings. And there's this one that's like, I do personal readings and I cost. The link's below. And I started laughing myself. It's like, yeah, I do personal readings. Come sit down and let me tell you what a fucking piece of shit you are and what you need to change in your life. It'll cost you nothing. Let me hurt your feelings for free. Yeah, that would be me. The Queen of Swords. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch my last live video from last night. What I posted in my community page and my latest short. What was the last short about? Fuck. I think it was something about science or something. Pretty much. Metatron's. Oh, I think it was Carl Jung. Oh, it was something about tracking people. I'm not sure. It's in there. Go check it out. What else did I post? I didn't post much. I went to the spiritual store and I saw those glasses that we were talking about last night that you can put on certain. We were talking about the cosmic rays of light, and I was telling everyone about how they had done a scientific study that if you use the green ray glasses that it could help with chronic illness. And I went into the spiritual store and for like $7.99. I don't know, I didn't look at the price tag, but there's all of the colors of the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. And so you'll have to catch last night's video to understand why that is even at all important, but you do need to open up all your color schemes to be a white light worker and be able to do the crazy shit I do. So we checked the cards last night. We ended up in the 6th dimension, I guess. All I got from it was an introduction. So I had taken people already into the 4th and 5th dimension. So now I'm taking you into the 6th, as I'm way the fuck up there. I'm trying to move somewhere because I'm stuck with that guy and there and Saturn. Or no, what did we say? Yeah, it is Saturn. But the other one I kept messing up and I kept thinking it was Neptune, but it's Uranus. I'm trying to get to my ass. So is everyone else. Speaking of which, okay, that's what I posted this morning. Something, my heart chakra was all blowing off, and that was that green code. Code green. We have a code green. I'm like, what is it? It's like, oh, the twin flames are hurt because of my little comment. Did I hurt your feelings? I said, I took a breath because I always take a breath. You know when I'm going to say something heavy because I'm like, ooh, let's just breathe this fire. I was like, I am doing everything to get you out of my life. Why? Because you haven't realized what type of people you are. I'm not trying to put the type of person you are into my life. Where does that come from? I'm searching for something that doesn't exist. I'm creating something that's never been seen before in all areas of my life. So, for example, I love this. I told Morgan, I was like, Morgan, you told your friend I was a weirdo, right? He's like, yeah, I told him that you were a witch. Not to freak out, but you're a witch for Jesus, dude. That you're seriously a God-fearing woman, but a very powerful witch. It's like, cool, thanks. So he's not tripping. It's like, dude, that's exactly what I am. The definition of that is a priestess. Not all priestesses work with God Almighty or Jesus. But a priestess is a mystical woman who honors deity. And in essence, a fucking witch is what we're always called. So, yeah. And welcome. You want to be part of my coven? If I run and that's what it is. It's like you'll spend your whole time trying to deny something that they're going to assume you are. Right? So I was watching this thing. I still haven't got through it yet. There was this documentary I started like 2 years ago On Instagram, I'm not really good at watching stuff on TV, obviously. I just watched this thing about 9/11. We're only like 25 years later. Anyways, I was watching this thing about how to make a coven. I was like, let me check this out. Because, what it is you're going to spend too much time trying to convince people you are not something that they fear. And I faced that when I went to Oklahoma in the Bible Belt. It's like, dude, I'm a witch. They're gonna know I'm a witch. They're gonna fucking kill me in the Bible Belt, bro. They're gonna, you know what the fucking Southerners do to fucking, everybody, especially something. And that's where I literally experienced my first, discrimination. And I knew what it meant to have, you know what I mean, an unfair skin color. Skin tone. Hey, I just want to point out, my daughter pointed it out, I'm red bone. That's the color of my skin. Anyways, I posted a picture on my Instagram. Go ahead and follow that. Going into it though, blah, 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 what were we talking about? Oh, it's Queen of Swords, right? So, last night I tried to pull the energy to see what the fuck is going on in the energy, and all I got was the Queen of Swords, and man, has it been a Queen of Swords. Which is everybody's, being cutthroat. Backstabbing and cutthroat, bro. That's what I've seen since the moment I walked out this morning, and I'm cutthroat, and we're just cutting throats. And then fucking, then Pot came in, and he was cutting jokes, which is the same as throats, and it was a done deal. Hey, did you hear that, Marshall? I know you wish you were as creative as me. Go watch. Oh, dude, my best friend is my best friend, dude. She's not my best friend, but in the sense of she is totally my friend. I was talking about, how I was like, fucking Russ and his fucking bullshit. I was like, I told him, he's a fucking dirty vagina, and every time he opens his mouth, it smells like chlamydia. I was like, he's over there trying to be creative. She's like, what? Like, trying to steal other people's beats and repeat fucking words from rappers from decades before? I was like, it's exactly what I said in my video. Did you watch it? She didn't. She was asleep. We'd be sleeping. We're old women. We need to sleep. These kids in life should be wearing us down. Anyways, and it's just like that. It's like, ugh. You swear, bro. You swear like I want to put a person like you next to me, dude, and try to explain you to the world. I can put a person like you next to me if I'm working and you're working at it, and I can explain that you're working, and I can show all the work that you've done. But if you're next to me looking like a fucking blow-up doll, then I look stupid as fuck standing next to you. I can constantly go back and show how much Marshall has grown. For the rest of you, how can I say the same about rest of you? Again, and I took this one directly to your throat, Mike Stud. Your actions are louder than all that shit that's coming out your soft little mouth. And that's what this dude said earlier, and I loved it. I told him the story about the guy that squatted to pee. He's like, he should be removed just for squatting. Get it? Get it? Write it down, Marshall. Get it? He should be removed for squatting. I laughed. I was like, get your ego on, girl. And we started, it was a whole joke. You don't have creativity. You're inspired by everybody else. You take everybody's inspiration and light and joy and, you know what I mean, vibe, and you want to fucking attach that to your life, you whole blood-sucking vampire. Suck this. You sucker. Marshall, how you doing in the swords department? That's what I mean. We can spar, bro. We can spar. He can pull out his sword and mine, which are pens. The shit. Pull out the mic. Pull out the mic. That's what I always say. Pull out the mic. Let's see who can come up with the most clever shit. He thinks. I don't. That's what makes me authentic and spontaneous. It just literally comes out of me. From where? The universe. Anyways, going back to it. So yeah, I've been kind of very Queen of Swords, or everybody has, bro. Just cutthroat, bro. That's it, cutthroat. So I'm hoping we can change the cards and see if there's a reason or a season, or if we're moving through this, or what the deal. We can't be just cutting throats all day. So that's why I went and I got some sage, and I couldn't help but notice, dude, as I sat there, it literally went straight in the front door. Like, it was going nowhere else. Like, I don't even know if it got on me. Like, I don't know if I got any of it. It was just getting set. I tell you, it happens all the time. But I want to point out something, all right? Every single time I saw the coincidence, no, I saw the pattern last time. Every time I get a new bag of sage, somebody sets off this fucking fire alarm at night, and I end up out there with all of the residents saging them, including the firemen. The fire truck is always them. They always get saged. They're used to seeing me. The other night, last time I had a candle too, because I think it was like I don't know. I had to pull out the candle too. Just want to point it out. So when I post that post, just know it's not that I predicted the future. It's that it's a pattern. That's where you catch these patterns. Alright, welcome to the 6th dimension and whatever that means, and let's move on. Trying to see what else is going on. I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. I got some cards. We'll find out from the universe. Why? Because I just haven't been fucking around. I woke up this morning right away. Okay, stop rhyming. I faced some attitude. I had an attitude, and then, you know, Morgan was like, did you get the cap for the car? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, let's go check it out. And I'm like, all right. So we took like 30 minutes. We got ready. We went on a ride. We came back. We had some lunch. I just cleaned my energy, and now we're going to see what the fuck is in the world. Because that's what it is. We clean the energy. We handle some shit, and now we're ready for some new energy. So, did you guys get the meteor shower last night? Did you feel it? Did God rain on you? Did he rain fire on you, like they said biblically? Fire will fall from the sky. Yeah, you don't know what that is, I guess. Oh, man. And then Pox said something really funny, dude. So, Wolfman tried to come out and be all competitive and say he was all mystical, his mystic arts and his erotistic teachings and all this bullshit as he's riding around on a little bike doing love readings. He had said, Pac made up the best thing. He had said that he was going to get this map. You see that map in front of you? He was going to get that tattooed on his back. Pac was like, what, like a bumper sticker to show off to all your homies? Because you're not flexing on no girls. You're not Jewish. What does this have to do with anything? You just trying to flex on the boys? It became a really unbelievable joke. It's like that hit hard, right? So then I'm thinking about it. It's like, as much as I'm teaching all of my following the erotistic and the mystical and exactly that map, this guy still wants to tattoo it on his back like he has anything to do with it. Another example is, go ahead and look at Lewis Hamilton. He's got Metatron's cube tattooed on his wrist, but he's a big-ass loser out here, a whole material girl. He's got every sign of fucking spirituality. Jesus Christ almighty, I believe he's got everything. Wings, the sign of this, the sign of that. He's got all the emblems. He's a whole fucking poster boy of supposedly spirituality, but this is a whole material girl. I tried to say that, and that's what I said in my post. It's like, your loud-ass actions speak so much louder than your fucking slick words. And that goes back to you, Mike Stud. You can say that you're all spiritual and shit, but your lifestyle shows you're not. You're the same hoe. Yet to make any sacrifices or changes. To step into any unknowns. And then we go back to Marshall. How much change have you seen in him in 2 years? How many different areas of life have you seen him pop his head into where you never seen before? How many new parts of him are you discovering? How many old parts of him has he laid to rest? I got cards falling. Quite a few, actually. I'm going to take the one that fell ground. And it's upside down, so let's see what it is together. What's behind door number 1? Damn it, bro. How is that possible? Did you hear it? That's where you try to force the energy. I'd be trying to force some shit, bro. What is that? That's the Queen of Swords, exactly what we pulled yesterday. We're still in it. I asked God what today's energy would be. I thought we worked through it. Obviously not. So keep your swords to yourself. Stay inside. Why? Because you're just going to pop off on the mouth. I didn't do that this morning, but I almost did. What happened? Bro, I couldn't even make it up. I walked outside. I already didn't sleep well. I don't know. I woke up at like 8, posted some shit, and fell back asleep. I woke up at 9, and she's like, you know, did you do this and that? And I was like, yeah, I just didn't test it out. And she's like, all right, well, I'm down here. I was like, fuck, all right, I'm on my way. Let me get some coffee. I go down there. She's not down there. And there's these people that I don't care for. And they're talking hella shit about somebody that's not even here. I just walk out, and they're the loudest thing, dude. They're loudest thing, and they're talking about this woman and her 9 kids, and all she had was welfare. She got wraparound services, and they moved her out of here with just welfare. Just food stamps. She didn't have no TANF, just food stamps. And the other girl's like, well, you know, $460 for one child times 9. That bitch could have had it made. And I'm just like, this is the most disgusting conversation I've walked into. And she's like, yeah, she's a dumb bitch. That's a dumb bitch. And I walk past them while they're having this. I go to the other side. And I just don't turn my back. I sit there staring at them completely without a blink. Like, if there was such a thing called the death stare. are staring straight at him as I'm listening. I'm fully intertwined in this conversation. I'm watching them as they're speaking such animosity. And the woman looks over and sees me, and in the middle of her sentence, she just stops. I've told you, I've seen people do this. In the middle of their sentence, they stop. And I didn't even blink. She looked like she was going to say something to me, like, what are you looking at? But she realized who was staring at her and the fact that I didn't blink. I just looked at her. I looked at her for, like, the coldest fucking 2 seconds, straight into her soul, bro. She stopped talking, the other lady looked, and then I turned around to have my cigarette. Something was said, and the lady, that she was talking to that thinks she's cool with me was about to walk up on her stroller to say something. I felt her walking around, and here comes Morgan. And as soon as she saw Morgan, the lady with her stroller went back, and me and Morgan was all these fucking cunt-ass bitches. You better shut the fuck up, bitches. You better shut the fuck up. She's like, what is up? So no, bro, they're just slandering some bitch's name. How they're out here talking about her business, about her money, about her life, and all of this shit, and how they're so much better, and she's a stupid bitch, and she should have been on some welfare, and they know her fucking financial, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? So I was on that Queen of Swords first thing, and she's like, damn. And I was like, so we sat there with the car. She's like, the only way to know is to test it, bro. Which I don't want to do what happened yesterday. We got to figure out if it's going to overheat. So we got to run the motherfucker to find out. So we ran it in the car, but it didn't do nothing. So she's like, you got to hit the RPMs, bro. We got to go for a ride. I was like, all right, bro, let me go brush my fucking teeth, and we'll go to the spiritual store because I have no sage. And so I came up and I took a shower to wash the energy off, but I was kind of like functified with it. We went to the spiritual store. We stopped at the grocery store. Nothing had happened, but we didn't really go too far. And so anyways, I had an attitude, like the attitude was there. And so I was trying to get rid of the Queen of Swords attitude because I was like, I don't want to pop off. It's the pop off. I work on this. I'm good at this. But at the same time, this is what, Marshall and I were called to, really evaluate is the choice words. And so welcome to, mastery level. Look at myself and Marshall, how we're being not restrained. That's the difference. He was silenced for too long. He took the extreme. Every word was used against him, so he just wouldn't talk no more because he didn't want to have to deal with it. And that's where it is. It's like, it's learning to not stop what you are, but to fine tune it, to make sure that your words are still powerful, but not hurtful. Powerful but not hurtful. That's what the Swords is about, the Queen of Swords. You're not going to see the King of Swords as a shit talker. He's direct, but he's not a shit talker. The Queen of Swords, you know what I mean? You let this bitch talk some shit, she's going to make you feel real small, bro. And that's why men don't like loud bitches like me. They see a loud bitch and they're afraid because she's going to talk shit about me too. That's why you don't fuck with Marshall either. He and that Queen of Swords shit. Call him the King of Swords because he's kind of, he's been doing it a little longer. In essence, I don't think so. Who does it better? Nobody. You want to battle, Marshall? I've been trying to battle that boy forever. But that's what this is. It's about running your mouth in an unhealthy way or in a healthy way. And that's what it is. Assertiveness, using that power of intellect. What comes out of your mouth? Is it, you know what I mean? And that's manifestations at that. I speak it into existence. I'm creating. And that goes back to it. It's like, twin flames, I don't want what you have. I don't want what nobody else has. I've said that. And that's what makes you mad is because you keep trying to put me in a box. You're trying to create what you think I want based on what you see on TV or what other people have. I made a big ass fucking statement, and I've said this since the beginning. I don't want a wedding ring. Why? For all different reasons, but especially magically. I don't need anything holding back my magic. I channel my magic through my fingers. Really? Yeah. So, simple things like that, but I don't want tradition. We're breaking tradition. I want something that is beyond the limits. Not breaking the rules, breaking reality. Something new. And see, that's what it is to be a visionary and a creative. I'm creating a new standard about everything. What friendships, what love, what everything. All of you that are listening, shout out to all 2,700 of you. Whoever the hell you are the real crowd here. I mean, I'm going where I'm going, wherever I'm going, but the job is to get you going. So, let's get going. But the whole point is that we stop coveting the things that we have and start seeing the things that God wants for us. We start walking in these visions that God wants for us that nobody else believes in, and we make them real. Something simplistic as me becoming a priestess? There's no such thing. You mean a nun? No, I can't do that. I'm not qualified. What's a priestess? It's a real thing. It's just something you didn't know existed. You know what I mean? And going back to all of these things, it's like, I hear Nas. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I know I can. That's what it is you believe before anybody else can see. And so, you know, going back to the relationships, no. Stop doing this to me, bro. Why can't you just let it be something new and exciting? Why does it have to be limited to, okay, here's the rules. I'll text them, and I'll do this, and I'll do that. No. We're breaking the norms. Just let it flow. Just let it flow. That's what I was saying with Twin Flame X. Is like, he's trying to date me. No, bro. Let's just love each other. Let's not try to love each other. Let's just love each other, and let's see how awkward and comfortable and what this looks like. Let's not put limits on it. Let's not, like, you know, I gotta sit here and stare at my phone wondering if you're going to text. I'm going to text you. I'm not going to. Let's just go with this. In the essence of it's like, no, you're moving too fast. What is too slow? How long shall we wait? And that's where it is, you know what I mean? Like, I want a different life than what other people live. And I can see that life, and I'm creating that life. But it can only be created with someone that believes in my visions as well. It can only be part of that life. You can't put me in a box. And that's the Phoenix in general. Like, you can't sculpt me into this world when I'm here to sculpt this world into a new world. Like I said last night, I have a vision of new communities, what these communities would look like. You would say, when I say communities, I mean rural living. Like, I see, you would call them maybe duplexes, complexes, apartments, projects, whatever the fuck. I'm talking full-on communities where I see the walkways, I see the fences, I see the outline of of each building and how many rooms, how many floors. I see how all the water supply comes together. I see where the animals are. I see where we plant the trees. I see a future. You see the past. What does that mean? Twin flames, you want to stay where you are or go back to where you came from. And if you have an idea of the future, you're trying to accomplish something that's already been done. Lewis says that by getting the 8-time world championship, he's going to do what's never been done before. What he doesn't realize is it's about to be done by fucking Max in less time. Because that's the evolution of life. The new generation masters what the older generation couldn't. Kobe was better than Mike. The question is, and it always has been, who was the next one that was going to outtake Kobe? Who was going to take the title? And then you have someone like Marshall that says, nobody's going to take my title. Come on, bro. You want to be something that nobody's ever been, but you're just being what everybody else is doing. You just think that you can do it better, and if you get that little trophy or that little verified check next to your name, and whether it comes with a bag or not, that you're the best. That's you worked your whole life for a trinket, a little stripe on your shoulder, a fucking clap on your back. I got Dre's okay. Okay, so when Dre dies, you're not gonna be okay. You needed his sign of approval to say that you were good enough? That's what Pac was trying to teach you, bro. Who approved of Dre? Only the people he worked with, bro. And that's because you put him above yourself, not realizing that you made him what he was. At least he paid the same respect and said the same thing about Eminem. He knew that Eminem made him. You just thought it was an equal give and take. But now let's go back to it. How many Dre beats did it take to make Eminem? How much Eminem keeps Dre alive? I love you, but I don't need you, bitch. That's what I heard. Take it easy, sugar free. Why you bullshitting? West Coast in the house. Hey, how come you never work with Sugar Free? Oh, because he's a pimp, huh? You don't work with the real hood niggas? You don't? You're working with some 50 Cent, some Curtis. Alright, stop. That would be Pac on the block. Anyways, yeah, watch your words. Oh, there's a card. Dude, there's a bunch of them. Hold on. My cards are twisted up. So yeah, Queen of Swords, that's what that means. We're still in that energy. Can we change the energy, God? Alright, what's our spiritual work in hand, God? If this is where we are. This is what it is. What does it want to be? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Marshall, we have an SOS. Hey, this is kind of scary because I was going to talk some hella other shit. Because all the fucking tarot readers are talking about expect the unexpected. Well, I totally do. You don't get to my stage without expecting the unexpected all the time. Did you see that coming? No, but God always has me ready for some bullshit. That's what he means. Be still, but be ready. What the fuck? What do you mean be ready? I'm ready. Well, let me put some eyebrows on. I'm chilling until I'm ready to burst into fucking whatever burst into action. Let me pull my clothes off and wear my cape and start saving crime or whatever the fuck it is. No. That's Superman over there. Get your fucking cape, Marshall. What are you talking about? It's the King and Queen of Swords. If you haven't noticed. And so I noticed that they were talking about this person's coming in. And so I'm like, you better not come in with no bullshit. If you come in on that same ho type bullshit, like, alright, I'm going to try a new game with this one. I'm going to run a new game plan on her. Who are you running games on? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be ignorant as fuck. But you're not running games on Kobe, Pac, Nipsey, or D. X gonna give it to you, bro. Like, straight bend you over jailhouse style, dude. X gonna give it to you. Like, they let me play. They let you play with me. But they're not gonna let you win. They don't even let me win. This is fucking losers. If you ask me. I mean, we're always winning in the sense of Kobe's, we're always learning. Yeah, are you learning? Anyways, from the Queen to the King. So when you see something like this in the tarot deck, you're like, oh, it's a divine couple. I feel like it's just balance, bro. I'm balanced. And that's where you gotta listen to it. I was talking to Morgan. You know, so she listens. I'm teaching her how to listen to this. So we were listening to Steve's Love Tarot yesterday. They were talking about this, that, and some dude, right? I was like, and I stopped the video. I was like, listen to it, Morgan. That was me. Did I not? Was he not just chilling and I just came in with this whole, as the, you know what I mean? And this and that. It's like, you have to go back to who's literally working through the masculine energy. It's like, I'm the masculine energy. It was the Queen of, or the King of Wands. I was like, I'm the one getting things done. I'm the assertive one. We're dealing with passive men who are, you know what I mean, in their feelings and not taking action. So that's how you easily know if you're dealing with a divine masculine or a divine feminine. Who's taking action in their lives? And let's go back to this. I'm looking at Oscar. Oscar, the fucking tarot reader, Mr. Wolfman. He came out and challenged me about he was all mystical and shit. But this dude is not a King of Wands. He's not a fucking Emperor. I told him he was a Knight of Wands that I met him. But now he's been dumbed down to the Fool, which are all Aries cards. He's a fucking fool. He has shown that he has no spiritual authority or power based on the lifestyle he lives of chasing an adventure. His tale. Trying to tell the world how great his life is. Please tell me why I keep attracting these type of douche bags. Is it one type of man, or is it everybody with an internet profile that are trying to sell themselves to the world to get their following up and make people think that they're fucking cool? I do private readings. I can privately sit with you and tell you what a fucking loser you are. Sorry, you're not evolving. And this goes back to, you're going to have to catch this burn fest that started last night with the sixth dimension. Also, it said how all the consciousness comes to one. I tried to explain that to you. It's not like all these spirits live inside of me. right? When I told Scary Larry that I was the Lilith reincarnated, he believed, because he's a dark practitioner, that I had pulled down the spirit of Lilith and put it inside of me, like Britney Spears in her little fucking exorcism situation that she has inside of her body. Clearly, she has another spirit inside of her. Another spirit is inside of this person's body. So when I told Scary Larry that I was Lilith reincarnated, to the best of his understanding, that meant that I had pulled Lilith in and Lilith was talking to him through me. It's like, I am Lilith. I didn't pull her down. I am her in the flesh. I am me. And that scared the shit out of him. And it really was. And it's funny, I asked Mr. Plum what happened. He said he's been missing forever. As a matter of fact, he saw his wife alone and they've never seen that. It's like, yeah, he's probably fucking 1 foot in the grave fucking with me. Going back to this, this divine couple and shit like that. It's like, what is a divine couple? It's an equal. First off, you have to balance yourself to be divine. You can't be in a divine union if you yourself are not divine. Divine means that you are a divine feminine, a queen of cups. In the most case, an empress. You have to be able to acknowledge, as a man, I'm in my empress mode. I'm being receptive. I'm being loving. I'm being caring. Let me see your puppy. Let's go have some babies. You want to go, you know what I mean, have a romantic dinner? That's it. Queen of Cups, I want to love you. Like, I want to love you. Not lust you, I just want to love you. Like my daughter, let me take you out. Like my mother, that's Queen of Cups, bro. You've got to be able to be that as a man and as a woman. But you can't just be that. You've got to be able to be, you know what I mean, the King of Wands or an Emperor, which means you are logical, direct, authoritative, you're a ruler, where you have to, it's not about making people happy. It's about fairness. Right? That's what I'm seeing, you know what I mean? The Emperor, very direct, we're taking action. You sit in that oval room and you wait for the orders and you make the decisions and you follow through and nobody questions your fucking authority. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about an empress, not in this particular, we're on our way. But when we're talking about a king, that type of person, you can see that in Marshall. He's not going to come in, and that's what I said. He can walk in, he can hold his weight in a room with, when I go in to speak with scientists, world leaders, religious sectors. They will recognize his authority just because of his actual being. But he's not there just to look pretty. Because when they speak to him and say, Mr. Mathers, how do you feel about it? He will have, by that point, being very articulate and logical and, you know what I mean, knowledgeable on the subject, will have something to state on it. But if he doesn't, he's not going to make a remark to sound witty that'll be a dumb joke that's actually embarrassing to the both of us. And that's exactly what Bobby did. He did these two little he embarrassed himself with these stupid jokes thinking he was funny. I'm like, you're not funny. That wasn't funny. That was, why did you even open your mouth? And that's really it. He's not there to look pretty, but at the same time, he's not there to hold my purse. He can hold the conversation. And that's what you want to see in a divine couple. You know what I mean? And when he's, blowing fire, where the Queen of Cups can put this down and say, yes, but let's see it from, you know what I mean? Let's see it from the eyes of an angel. Whereas when you're being too soft and you're being too cuddly, he needs to come in and say, hey, you need to cut that shit out. They're not worth it. And that's that Emperor to the Empress. And that's what we're striving to be. Now, you have to be able to do that within yourself. He has to be loving and kind, which he's shown you. Marshall showed you. He showed you on that Netflix and chill shit, where that bitch started to cry and he couldn't help. He knew he had to run over and hug her. He showed you his Empress. He showed you his caring side. He showed that your feelings matter to him and that he's there for your feelings. I'm not sure he would have hugged a dude, but he could. It's in him to be that, right? And he's shown that he has feelings in all of his music career. He's shown you that he can express his feelings. So he's divine feminine. He uses his feelings in a creative way. He just likes to channel specific feelings. I'm challenging him to channel the good ones, but he has to have good experiences to channel that. So therefore, he's creating new experiences and new things to talk about. You see? You have to balance yourself before you're going to have a balanced crew around you. Now, like attracts like. So just going back to it this morning, I had said that to Diana when I said, I was like, dude, they were just out here talking shit about other people's suffering and how they're this and they're that. I was like, I used to do the same shit, bro. I had a homegirl that would come over, we'd pour coffee, and we'd literally scroll through the phone talking shit about bitches and their dudes. Just talking shit about everyone. Which in essence is, we're putting them down. We're making we're making ourselves feel better by other people's shortcomings. It's called backbiting in the Bible, but it's also simple gossiping. You know, I mean, Mr. Plum likes to gossip. It's like, that's a sin. We can't be because what you talk about is not the good stuff. We're not talking about how they're winning. And if you start that conversation, oh, they're doing all good, there's always that voice is like, yeah, but they're going to fuck it up, or yeah, but they don't deserve it, or yeah, they cheated to get it. Like, you don't want to celebrate somebody's win. You want to talk about all their losses. It's the best thing, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to talk about how somebody else is losing. Catch your conversations. Stop yourself in the middle of it and stop those around you. How? I mean, do it kindly, but like, all right, let's not talk about them no more. Is a simple way to say it. And if they want to keep doing it, it's like, look, their life doesn't matter. It's not, why are we using our life to talk about theirs? Let's get off their life and get on our own. It's how bad we can turn this around. And that's where I was. It's like, I was like you, but now I see how wasteful it is to be like that. I could sit here, and that's what I said, me and Marshall could sit there for too long talking shit about everyone. Dude, we will burn the shit out of people lyrically. For like, it would be the massive showdown. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And who could burn someone better? And Nate Dogg says I'd do it better. I don't know. In the essence, this isn't good. It'd be far more challenging to sit there and say good things about people all day than it is to say bad things about people. I was trying to explain that. There was that kid. If I didn't know better, I would say that was fucking Morgan's, dude. She can scream. Holy shit. Holy shit. Those crazy 2-year-olds, those 2-year-old fits. Holy shit, you gotta turn the ears, you have to turn your ears off to deal with that. I can do it. I can turn those I hear those fucking screeching frequencies through my ear all the time. She's like, I'm like, it's okay, bro. That's what my twin flames sound like in my ears. You know, ringing in your ear? Did you hear that, kid? Whoosh. Alright, let's go into we're in the progression of time. Going from the queen to the king means we've evolved. We're doing better. We're maturing with our swords. I will cut you down right now, bitch. And that's it. You know that. There's this saying, it's like, your name is being protected in rooms you're not even there. That's me, bro. I don't even need to know you to tell someone to shut the fuck up about you. I don't even know who this bitch is, bro, that they were talking about her financial status, how much she gets on food stamps, how many kids she got, and she's a dumb bitch. Bitch, you're dumb. You're hella dumb talking about some bitch and how obviously they moved her ass out and you're still here talking shit as a hater. She moved out on food stamps and you're out here mad. Mad. Where's your girlfriend? Oh, I mean your boyfriend. Where's your girlfriend? That's out here all day. Where's your girlfriend? Why he ain't at work? In the essence, we could have gone in. We could do this. Let's not do this. And I saw this yesterday. God said be nice. I didn't start off so good in the first thing in the morning, so we had to go straight to the spiritual store. Go somewhere spiritual. You better fix my car. I'm not gonna be so nice today. I went straight to it. Oh, look, bro. What'd I tell you? Bitch, what'd I tell you? I said, I'm trying to get here. And I said, I thought it was Neptune, but it's Uranus. Because Neptune and all of this. Check it out. That's awesome. I told you I'm trying to get over here. How? By opening your heart. The more you open your heart, the higher you get. Where am I supposed to go from here? Mr. Mathers. I forgot to open the freaking chats. Hold on. Hold your face, people. Let's see. There we go. All right. Uranus is unique among the planets of the solar system. Is that its axis of rotation is almost horizontal. Hey, did you get that? It means it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. And I'm seeing Metatron and all those things. That's cool. Its magnetic field is also strange, very powerful, and offset from the planet's center by a third. In mythology, Uranus was the was a Greek sky god, husband to Gaia. Aw, bro. I told you, divine. I love this. Sorry. I could be falling in love right now. This king has the ability to be objective, clear thinking, and Uranus's airy realm of familiar territory to the King of Swords, who represents mastery of intellect. That's him. He's a mastery of his intellect. This king has the ability to be objective, clear thinking, and detached. You would say Marshall's that just by definition of a Libra. His judgment is not clouded by emotions or wishful thinking. Mirroring Uranus's unusual rotation axis, he has the ability to turn things on their head and look at the world from unexpected angles. Well, I mean, how did this become all about you? I guess, and that's what I said. It's like, you guys are just tools of don't be that guy. And then there's this guy. I told you, if you're not like Marshall, if you're not in the same energy as me, which is Marshall's energy, if you're not like us, we are not like, if you're not like us, I'm probably not going to like you so much. Now, first off, we were you. The most dirty versions of you that hated everybody and everything and were very vile towards the opposite sex and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Hated our parents and blah, 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 and that's the best, drug addicts and all this other shit. We were you. And we show you that it's never too late to be something new. So I started he's 10 years older than me. I started my awakening at 39. I didn't know it was that long. I'd been in his energy since at least 2014, directly in his DMs from 2018. So we had a conscious connection, whatever the case may be. But when I started this, I woke up all of them. I went to my twin flames directly. So he has been with me through the beginning of this, and he's keeping up. And that's what I said to the rest of them. It's like, at what point are you going to start? And you can see that it's not just one person. You can see it working in him. I appreciate you so much, Marshall. I had said in the beginning, it's like I just kept saying, I just need one. Just one to prove that it works. And then one that's, and he's not fully, magically on my level. But on a 3D level, he is. And you would say that not because of, well, he's a superstar and all this shit. No, we're talking mentally. Mentally, bro. On a 3D, which is your conscious. On a conscious level, him and I connect on a conscious level. We also connect on a spiritual level, right? But that's what it means, and that's the evolution of becoming better. Now, look at what he was prior to, to these 3 years. He was a recluse that had not really, you can look at his music. He dropped a couple albums. He had went through a dark night of the soul with Revival. He had tried to kind of deal with that, and all he had to do was, he had to deal with himself all those years. And so then with the right direction, I don't know what his spiritual beliefs were prior to this, but I think he believes in everything right about now. Do you believe in magic, Marshall Mellors? That's what I said. He doesn't know exactly what I am, but he knows that I'm not of this world. That should be enough. All right, so our spiritual work at hand is to, let me just read it in the little guy. 10 of Pentacles? Nope. King. Uranus. The King of Swords rules the airy realm of intellect. He advises you to analyze things dispassionately and objectively. What situation requires detached judgment? That's it too. Don't jump to conclusions. Be neutral. That's what he's supposed to be as a Libra, is neutral. I think you guys just don't make a decision on that. I think you're idling in neutral. Hit the fucking pedal to the metal. Crash the boat, bro. Boats and hoes. All right, what's the outcome? Oh, man. That's a good one. Is it? Sort of. He has my head and all, but he has my head. The Knight of Cups is about love. Really? In a sense or two. Knight of Cups, Perseus. Perseus is a large constellation known for the binary star system Algol. As well as Perseids. That's what we had last night, bro. That was the fucking, look, Perseids. That was the meteor shower we had last night. Seriously? Can't make it up. Go look at it. What, August 12th to 13th, if somebody in the future is seeing this. A famously dramatic meteor shower. See? What the fuck? Did you do this? No, God does this. I told you. I have no control over this life. I just have to be stuck here with you, and all I can tell you is, yep, that was God, and everything, we're right where we're supposed to be, and he's just doing what he does. Annoying, isn't it? You think that there's like some kind of, you know, I saw The Wizard of Oz, like there's some wizard behind the fucking curtain. It's God, bro. He's behind everything. Anyways, in mythology, Perseus was the son of the god Zeus and a mortal woman. Here we go, talking about his past lives. Hey, they're pulling out all your past lives. Are you activating your past lives? Odin's son. Odin. Do you remember? Do you remember the time? Are you awakening to your past lives? I've been telling him forever that who he was, who you is, and who you isn't. He's been with me in so many damn lives. You want to see a baby picture of him? You want to see an angelical form of Marsha Mathers? That's not your name. He had many names. Anyways, Mr. Zeus here and the mortal woman. He had an adventurous life, famously severing the head of the Gorgon Medusa and rescuing the princess Andromeda. Didn't we pull? No, we pulled Cassiopeia last night. That's who's that, Cassiopeia. From the sea monster. In many ways, he's the archetypical romantic hero. He said he can't be my Superman, but he has it in him. He even has the tights. Quit playing tight ass over here. The Knight of Cups. We are very aggressive. We're going to have very aggressive sex. That was the first time I told him, I was like, hey, let's mud wrestle and go halves on a baby. I want to body slam you. Very, very primitive, right? Like the gods, dude. Let's make a whole arena of this shit, dude. Fucking make a video. This is going to be animalistic. We're going to have to do bestiality. What shape do you want to shift into? Oh, you want to be a dinosaur? I'm having too much fun, sorry. He thinks it's funny. It's just all fun and games. Quit playing around. Alright, the Knight of Cups symbolizes idolized active male, taking the qualities of skill and creation into the realm of emotions. Alright, bro, that's just me. I'm in my masculine, obviously. I'm trying to get in it. Shit. The Knight of Cups symbolizes the idolized active male energy, taking the qualities of skill and action into the realm of emotions. See, it's good shit. He is the Grail Knight on a perpetual quest, seeking visions and ideals rather than material gain. Told you, he is me. I am this. His idealistic energy spurs on us to something greater than ourselves. Something better than yourself. Do something better with your life. I told you, I'm all of these cards. I've already done this many times. I had to walk the walk to talk the talk. I'm trying to find it in the small little things in the front. Why? Because it tells you a little question. Makes you reflect on some shit. Perseus. The Knight of Cups symbolizes the power of an ideal. The importance of a vision that you can passionately believe in. What vision or quest calls to your heart? On page 11. And then it has them all right here. It's kind of a cool thing. I stick to my visions. I stick to the plan. I get a little sidetracked thinking that looks good too, but it turns out to be sour. That's what I said in the beginning. It's like, I want something that's never been had before. I want to create something, and in order to do that, I need someone to be brave. Brave enough to try something new. How can we be something new if you're afraid to try something new? And then there's always those moments that we're too afraid to do something, but then you have to remember that people have done this before us. That always makes us feel better. Let's find an oracle card to close this up. I think it's not a bad thing. Just watch your mouth. I told him that last night. I was like, "Ooh, Marshall, watch your mouth. What you been up to today? You been running your mouth? Executives or something?" Oh gosh, they're all my twins. It's just I don't stay in that energy with all of them. Like, they don't progress. They don't meet my evolution where he does. Like, they talk a lot of shit. They swear that they're, like, healing some shit and they're on my level and shit. Someone like fucking Wolfman, he had us convinced. Wasn't he a whole sideshow? A side chick is what I heard. He was a whole sideshow. He had me believing to where I was comparing him. I was like, look, guys, I want a guy like this. He was so false, right? All he knew was tarot, and obviously not that well, as we became to realize. And I don't even have it memorized. You don't have to memorize tarot. You have to actually walk it. Walk it like you talk it. It's just like the books of the Bible, dude. Those scriptures mean shit to nobody that's actually applied them in their life. Nobody knows shit about Job until you've been Jobbed. Nobody knows shit about Moses until he's asked you to stand up for some, some people that are your enemies. Nobody knows shit about Christ until he's hung you there for the sins of, for your own sins, for all to see, and you have to fucking, proclaim God is real from your mouth. You don't know shit about shit. You don't know shit about none of these gods until you actually do what the gods say. You're talking about Buddha. You don't know shit about Buddha till you've spent fucking hours in your own fucking meditation dealing with your own feelings and shit. There you go. I love that laugh. My son has the best laugh, dude. It's real. It's real. Fill the room. Mine too, I suppose, just not so creepy. All right. Let's get this. Let's get down to business. And that's it too. These people, fucking tarot readers, like, they'll use these and act like you actually get the fucking message. Bitch, you're not getting the message. You're taking the message and fucking it up. They have to write little messages on the bottom for the, oh God. Well, They're coming back around. I was going to go off about this, but then I just thought, it doesn't apply to Marshall because he doesn't go nowhere. It's not like he left. And that pissed me off. I got to be honest, it pissed me off. The videos are like, now they want to, the wrong cards. They want to communicate and they want to fucking, they're coming back and, they want to talk to you and they can't hold back no more. Why? Because Mercury went direct, so now you can directly talk to me. But what happens when it does it again? That shit happens 4 times a year. Every time the planet gets out of whack, you're going to be whack. Every time the planet gets out of whack, you're going to be whack. Dude, watch what happens in about T-minus 3 weeks, and all these planets come in and whack you up at the side of your head. Because they've been out of town, the parents have been out of town, and now they come back and you don't know how to act. They're going to whoop your ass. These planets are going to fuck you up. It always is the beginning of the dark night of the soul into autumn. As we go into the dark phases, which is the sun starts diminishing and we go into the dark stages. You act a whole dark ass fucking, you're all in the dark. I love you from the dark, but like, no. I'm seeing 2 different things. The deputy doesn't fall in love with the prisoners. The doctor doesn't fall in love with the patients. That's what it needs to be said, okay? And going back to this never-ending story, bro, it's a never-ending story because you keep thinking you're trying to outwit me. You're so fucking witty. Marshall, you writing all this down? I know you are. What else do you do with your time? You just write shit down. He's like a stenographer. That's a good word. I mean, seriously. I think, Marshall, you should have learned new languages. Learn French and teach it to me. We should learn. You're such a great learner, and it's all about language. If you knew other languages, you could incorporate them into your, into your writings. You could switch. You could be a bilingual rapper. If you're gonna just be one, you could. You're not supposed to. Never mind. It's just for fun and challenges, but it could be fun. Learn some German. Throw some fucking, I don't know, some fucking Turkish in there. Rhyming words from different languages. You speak many tongues. I have lots of fun with him. I don't really have to hang out with him to love him. That's what you don't understand about the possession of something. You need it in your life to be happy. Nah, you just give me happy. I'm just happy just knowing you're a part of life. It's time for a nap. I really need one, dude. Somebody put me to bed. Me and Marshall, we're old. We catch that early bird special. Do you take naps, Marshall? In the beginning, I made jokes. I was like, I want to take you out to eat, and I want to make sure that they give you the senior citizens discount. It's like, but I'm not even old enough. I was like, I know, but it'll be funny. Let's just do it. You don't need a discount either. It's just funny. Let's just have some fun with this. God. I was like, I'm going to take you guys out in public and we'll pretend like you're lookalikes. It's like, doesn't he look like the real Eminem? I can make people believe it's not really you. You don't have to dress up as someone else. Just act as the goofiest version of yourself and they'll be convinced it's not you. I don't need anybody. God says I do. He says you guys are going to be more fun, but when I think about it, I'm like, oh. Oh, man. All right, let's have fun. Essential meaning, self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary trauma. Come on, I was doing just fine until we talked about your wounded egos. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's what my heart chakra was telling me. You guys are your hurt feelings. What do you mean you don't want me in my life? Why would I? What serve? Come on, guys. If I was after money and fame and fortune, I think, honestly, if I had to choose, who would I try hardest? Lewis could put me on deck for, like, he doesn't even use it for, none of them use their power for anything good, to be honest. But in the essences, it's like your celebrity status isn't something to offer me because you're not a bigger celebrity than my celebrities. In essence, I get along with Kim Kardashian better than any of you bitches. If I really wanted a friend, I'd be like, hey, you wanna hang out? Jesus Christ, please don't make me. She's always going to be judging me and trying to make me look pretty. Like, I don't want to look pretty all the time. Can't we just be ugly? Let's just be ugly. God. No. Anyways. Just fucking trying to skim-wear me. Are you writing all this down, Marshall? With these guys running around in her underwear? Nobody does it better. Let's keep moving on. I'm sorry. I'm in the Queen of Swords. I'm just shit-talking shit. Keeping it to myself. Apparently not. The Oracle. There is a story woven through imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection, humiliation, self-loathing, arrogance, and all manners of suffering born of unnecessary drama. Well, that's the dark night of the soul. It is the old story whose reframe is that you cannot do this, you must not go there, should not say that, lest your words come crumbling down. Yeah, that's it. You have to break your own rules. I made a video about this like forever ago. That's all I have to do all the time. Break your rules and mine. They're not God's rules. In order to follow God's path, you have to break all rules. That's what I noticed. I don't understand it. None of the rules of this world, all of the rules of this world were created so that you didn't come near God. Following your heart towards love. That's against the rules. Loving someone, truly loving someone the world says is no good for you and is not good enough for you or you can't have. That's all rules. You know what I mean? Going towards a job that you're not good enough. That's their rules. That's just rules. Everybody says that you can't this and you can't that. And that's what I mean. I don't want to be part of any of this. I want a place where we can believe fully. Where we're not going to tell you you can't, but how can we help you make that real? It's not I can't, but how can I help you? Write that down, Marshall. That's the new way of life. I can see Mike Stud trying to fucking put this on a t-shirt before you can even hit the pen to the paper. You guys are such thieves. You're such thieves. Fucking Judases. It doesn't matter as long as the message gets out. That's the future. It's not an I can't, but how can I help you? Don't tell people they can't. You walk around telling everyone to believe in themselves, but you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in anyone else. You don't believe the government. You don't believe the Bible. You don't believe, you can't believe. I believe in you. How can I help you? I sit here all the time. I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe it. In the essence, I can't believe the shit you do. I have no choice because I already seen you do it. It's real. People really do this type shit? Like, you really do this type shit? Why? Because everybody else is doing it. Oh, that's the reason, huh? Here we go. Let's see. Today, know that none of that is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in the lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. That's your inner child, bro. It's scared of everything because it's been hurt by everything. Can you just admit that? Say that out loud. This is your affirmation. I'm scared of everything because everything seems to hurt me. Own your child. Give that child a voice. Let it be heard. When you say that, that child's going to come up and say, you heard me? You know how I feel? A child wants to be seen and accepted. Otherwise, it stays hidden. It's scared. It only comes out when it feels safe. It's like all mystical beings, bro. That's what I was trying to see. Yesterday we were pulled over and I saw some feathers. I picked them up there in my car. And I got down and I saw the clovers and I started looking. I was like, this is gnome land. She's like, you see them? It's like, no, they're like, you know, like all mystical creatures. You can only catch a glimpse of them out of the side of your eye usually. But you can tell by the land. They tend to their land. This is gnome land. And so, children are the same way. When I went to that spiritual store, all of the deities make their spirit known, but the child spirit is always hiding and playing. It's in the woods, it's in the kitchen, it's in the room. They're always hiding and running and being sneaky. They're underneath the bed or underneath the table. You know what I mean? So that's your inner child. It's hiding. It's hiding from the responsibilities of this world. It's hiding from adults. It's hiding from the police. You ever notice that? That even though you have absolutely no reason in the world to be scared, or maybe you do, they're behind you and all of a sudden you get scared, it's your inner child. It's seen that the police are bad, so it's scared of the police. It's seen it too many times that it fears things. So like if you see, you know what I mean, dogs, if you've seen too many things that dogs attack, now your inner child is afraid of that dog. Every time you see a dog, your inner child comes out. You need to understand that the inner child is just as scared, and that's where it is. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? But it's also the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the inner child, which is your spirit, your God and goddess, and then your conscious, which is the soul that's having the experience. But it's all guided from inside. Nobody comes outside and tells you how to live your life. You pick yourself up and love yourself when you need love. You sit there and, you know, push yourself through things when you need to. But you never pretend to the child that's there. And that's what I teach you, this self-love. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had that's what I was laughing about as I bought all these snacks. It's like, you could say this, I get away with this because I have children, but I see something, I'm like, we gotta try that. So I tried these chips the other day, these Doritos loaded tacos. They tasted like straight tacos, bro. I was like, Jesus, these would be the best fucking nachos. And I was like, maybe not, because they had so much taco flavor. I was like, maybe not with the beans or not with the meat, but they still could be good. And I started imagining this whole nacho bar and how you could have different types of chips at your nacho bar and different meats, different cheeses and stuff. I just pictured this whole nacho bar just based off of these chips. I was like, bro, we need to get some cheese. We need to get some dip for this shit. So then today I went to the store and I got a big bag of them because my son didn't get to try them. And I got the 2 dips to try and see which one tasted best. And then while I was there, I found these Oreos that were apple pie a la mode. I'm an Oreo girl, and I love, you know, let's try something new. And that's your inner child. I'm giving into my child. I'm giving into my desires, not the devil, but I'm letting my inner child have some fun. Something simplistic as eating stuff. And then after that, after I ate that, I went and had a fucking fruit snack. And that's it. Your inner child wants to play. I've been thinking about we need to go swimming. I want to go out and go swimming. It's not an adult thing unless you're, you know, you're doing it to tone muscles. If you're doing things like that, and that's it. What makes you go to the gym? Is it your inner critic saying that you have to do this because you're fat and other people would look back down upon you? Or is it what drives you, right? Is it your divine feminine, your divine masculine? Your divine feminine is your feelings. Are you being driven by pure emotions, raw emotions? Are you driven by pure fucking, you know, thought, which is your masculine? You're just driving your will based on your thoughts, your intellect. Or is it your, you know, your inner child, which is fear? rejection, disappointment, embarrassment, shame, neglect, FOMO, fear of missing out is one of those ones. There's a word I'm missing here. I don't know. What's driving you? And that's where you have to tap in with yourself. So I have a divine masculine. My inner man has to be productive. He's been running my life. The husband can't sit around unemployed and not doing something. He's got to fix something around the house. He's got to go do something. That's that man in me, right? My emotions is the female in me, whereas I got to nurture myself. I got to take care of myself. I got to take care of, my man is, I got to take care of me and my family. That's what gets me to get up and do the fucking laundry. That makes me go to the stores. That's what made me get on the bus yesterday and go get that fucking car piece. You know what I mean? That's that masculine, that willpower, that action. All right? In that moment, I'm like, I'm tired. It's hot. I don't want to go. The inner child, the masculine says we got to go. You know what I mean? Dad says we got to go. And that's what's fueling your fire, what's pushing you. So on a day-to-day, I need to just chill and relax and stay in the cool air. That's the divine feminine, honoring my feelings that I did so much yesterday. I'm really fucking burnt out. But then you get my inner child and that Queen of Swords that just wants to fucking, talk shit and shit. Being a little teenage bitch today. It's like, well, your energy's a little off. A little. Let's balance this shit. And that's every day of cleaning out your chakras. Balancing your feelings, balancing your thoughts, balancing your fears. So that you are balanced before you go out and take action on anything. So that you're taking the right actions, or perhaps in most cases, no action at all. We're action-driven people because we want to have control. But the real control is understanding you don't have control and that you only have to take action. You don't have to take action to be in control. You only have to take actions. Like, I don't have to create a great life for me. I just have to take the actions of opening this great life for me. It's already been created in the visions. I just have to take the actions for it. I don't have to be something I'm not. I just have to take action towards what I am. More actions of what I am. And that's based on my feelings. So, distorted guidance prevents you from being being true to yourself. You are not your story. The narrator is simply the voice of your fear part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. And that's where your inner child starts freaking out. Mine did a little bit when I got the email about the job, and then my car went a little awkward. I was like, oh shit. I just went through the portal and now I'm wrapped up in red tape. Am I about to go through a bunch of bad shit just like everyone else? I was ready for it. I was like, uh-oh, here's one red flag, 2 red flags, 3 red flag. I thought it to look like that, but that was just the inner child. Nothing was wrong. And that's what I told Morgan yesterday. I was like, both of us were weirded out by everything. I was like, God's just putting us like this. And if he wouldn't have put us out like this, we wouldn't have spent no time nowhere like this. It's like he turned my car off so that we could be right here. And we're in a rich-ass neighborhood. Nobody ever comes over here. It's like, I've never been here. I was like, me neither. It's beautiful. He just parked us here for no fucking reason. And it looks like that. It's like, why did you do this, God? And you have to step back, and then that's where we both were. It's like, we can't find logical reason as to why things aren't working, but we have to just accept it's not working, and something else is happening right now. And that's it. She's a full-on fucking mechanic, diagnosed the whole fucking thing. What did we come to at the end? The pressure system. Because we watched it. It wasn't the sensor. We watched the sensor drop. We watched the flow. It definitely opened up. At first, she said it was water blocked, which only Lewis knows what I'm talking about at this particular moment. But I've learned it all, and which basically the system itself holds a fucking unbelievable amount of, antifreeze to cool the system. It has these coolants that run through the entire system to keep this engine from fucking overheating. So it wasn't the fucking flow of the liquid wasn't getting into all of the blocks of it. So we had to wait until that, burp the system, get it heated up so that it could move through the system. We got all of that, so we were watching it. So then when it did open, then it flushed. We thought it had flushed fully, but then it flushed, so then half the system now is empty and it's overheating. So we had to put more in it. Then we watched it, and the fluctuation is like, it could just be the cap. Because, at this point, after we've diagnosed everything and we became fucking full-ass engineers out there, that's where it was, and it's like, this shouldn't be happening, but yet it is. And it's like, you have to stop in the is and realize that something else is happening. I realized that the first time God stranded me on that mountain. Why did you tell me to go up this mountain? I knew before I went up it I was going to get stuck. You knew I was going to get stuck. You stuck me up here. I've been up here for 4 hours. First time, I've never been stuck before, so he gave me an experience I'd never had. Every person in Colorado or who's ever drove in the snow has got stuck in the snow before. I never had. I never had. And while I was up there, it became an unbelievable spiritual experience. It wasn't just I got stuck and got scared and the police had to get me out and I left my kids and I was panicked for fucking hours. It was a whole spiritual experience that I saw later that I learned. And that's what it is like, you know, going back to God blowing my radiator. He blew my radiator not just so I could learn about the fucking coolant system, but so that I wasn't running away from this place and hiding from this place, but he made me still. He did that so that I could sit here and learn these people, and these people could teach me about myself, and I start learning about the place I lived and the people that lived here because I couldn't leave here. I'd just get in my car and go. And I would sit in my car all the time to smoke. I didn't even come nowhere around these people. I'd just sit there all the time. I never even sat outside. And since then, I've learned, you know, everything. Been all up in this shit, dude. I'm a whole fucking piece of fucking furniture in this shit now. And it's like he did that to teach you a lesson. And everything he does is to teach you. And it does seem like, you know, full destruction, but it's to teach you. Relationship message. Page 140 and 141. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect for the other. More complex reasons, shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are great challenges to the success of a relationship. That was my twin flames. Every single one of them, down to Bobby. I was afraid to get close. You know, I couldn't face him because of shame, a fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem. After I overcame him, I had to face a new one. You get to fucking someone like, you know, superstar fucking, you know, Lewis Hamilton over there, all sexified and, you know, the biggest, you know, sexiest man in the world and all this bullshit. And even at my plus size and in my in my low life, as everyone saw it, I still had to overcome my shame and my fear of intimacy and my low self-esteem to believe I am worthy of being loved by Lewis Hamilton, and I can have a Lewis Hamilton or anyone of that stature or better in my life. This was over a year ago, so you're not going to make me think I'm not good enough for you. When you get that kind of mindset and you fought those kind of fears, and that's where it came to Marshall. I got to a place with Marshall where I'd faced all fears, and then my next fear was body. Because I'm not these beautiful girls. I don't have that beautiful body that you can have. The fucking porn stars that are in all your videos. I'm not that. I'm not that girl. I can't be that girl. And I had to face that. That was my next fear, is he's not going to like my body. So I took a picture of it and I sent it to him. I was like, is this good enough for you? Can you deal with this? It wasn't a nude or anything, not like that. And I sat with it. I was full of shame, insecurities, low self-esteem. But the longer I stared at the picture, the more I found beauty in what I was looking at. I don't know how long he looked at that picture. I hope he deleted it. I think I did. But I found beauty in what I thought was ugly. And then it didn't matter if he didn't like it, because I spent enough time with it where I liked it. And that's all that mattered. If you don't like my body, that's fine. I know there's more beautiful bodies. But I needed to face that I believed I had a beautiful body, so that wasn't a fear with everybody. You know what I mean? My size, my any of this. I had to face it with each and every single one of them. And then turn around, have, you know, Bobby back in my face. Are you homeless? Oh my God, he doesn't know. Oh God, I'm so afraid to tell him. Like shame. And that goes back to it too, is fear of intimacy. I hear you, Kanye. I was listening to that this morning. It was all a Kanye vibe this morning. That's a vibe, isn't it? I'm not talking about Ye. I'm talking about Kanye before he turned into what the fuck he is now. An old version of this guy. Yeah, I had all of that. Consider how valuable this knowledge is. However, Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories that you've weaved about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. As soon as I said rejection, I saw it. I said that he kept rejecting me. He wasn't rejecting me. He was running from me. That's all. Not only do you need... Russ doesn't reject me. He just runs from me. None of them reject me. It just feels like rejection when they run away. Like you did, like you're not good enough, or they did something. That's what rejection is. Why do people run away? Because they can't stick it out. As a runner, and that's what Kobe said, he's like, why do you give up on relationships? Because I can't, it's not worth the fight. So in essence, it's like I didn't reject you, I just gave up. Not on you, but on myself. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight for what I loved. I didn't want to put in the work for what I wanted. I just gave up when it got hard. And that's what I accused him of doing. Every time we have a hard conversation, you run away. And that's where I said, I have all compassion. You do nothing more than what I've already done. How can I not forgive you if you don't forgive me? People don't really reject you, bro. You run away from the idea. That's all that means. That I could never. I didn't reject. You know, I'm looking at, fuck. I say it to all of them, but, you know, I'm seeing tree. I could never. It wasn't that you weren't worth it, and that's why, you know, they kept making me look at all the great things you were. It's that I could never go against myself, not you, not the world. It was just myself. I told myself I couldn't do this. Why? Because I'd been judged for being with younger men before. So I just didn't want to be judged again with another younger man. And the fact that he was, you know what I mean, sleeping with women my age and making it a big deal made me uncomfortable. I was kind of projecting on him. It wasn't that I could never. The age really doesn't bother me about me and Allie. It's just the judgment of others. I don't look at him as young. I mean, kind of, when you're playing with, you know, the Mr. Beast bars and all that, and your friends are really young. It kind of makes me feel like I'm there just to serve you fucking afternoon snacks. Are you sleeping with her? That's where it gets weird, Allie. You have to grow up a little bit. In the essence, it's like, it can be all fine until you bring your friends around, and now I feel weird. And that's what it is. It's like, you're different when you're with me, but when you're with them, you're someone else. Know that. What part of your friends and family does that bring out? And that ruins a lot of relationships both ways. You know what I mean? You be good with your girl, and then she gets with her family and acts all funny with you and wants to put you down and wants to act all weird. People act all funny around their friends and family and you know, switch up on you. And that's what you see, how they chameleon, they change to be part of the crowd. Oh, I'm going to act like this with this crowd, and then I act like that. It's like, ugh, who are you trying to impress? Who are you pretending to be today? And that's where it gets kind of scary, because you're like, you know, I'm not going to filter this shit. Like, we probably shouldn't take her there. She's probably going to say something. Fuck, I ain't. I totally am. I'm just saying. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old one. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyways. You tell this story about what happened, is what they're saying. How it ended, how it went wrong, how it was all their fault. Change the story. Just change the story, bro. Just start saying it differently. It ended. Just say, you know, change the details. Just change the narrative. That's what, you know, someone like Russ loves to do. He likes to change the story all the time. Let's move a little bit of words around here and just change this whole idea. Prosperity message. Fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Ugh. Fear, envy, procrastination. Okay. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? I told you. Maybe you're afraid of all good things that are coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware that you're doing what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. What does that mean? You're already destined for greatness. But all of a sudden you see someone else is doing something and you get off of your lane and try to pick up their new thing. Meaning you could be selling weed and you find out that they're selling coke and you're like, well, shit, maybe I should start selling coke. You're a great weed man. Don't fuck it up. Let them. This is a terrible example, but I had to show you the difference of it. It's that serious. It's like, you know what I mean? You're doing great, and I'm seeing you, Jonica. You're such a dumbass. So you were doing great on your social media, and you're going in this direction with, your modeling or whatever the fuck you call this shit. But then you decide all of a sudden you're around all of these fucking singers and songwriters, and you want to decide, oh, I'm going to be a singer and songwriter. Now you done fucked up your fucking, your direction of modeling to go pursue a different dream, but you were already very close to success where you was. You could have used this, this opportunity to be a model in their videos. You could have been using this to push yourself to be, more behind the camera instead of, trying to learn how to have a voice. It took you all these years to learn how to be behind the camera. Now you're going to learn how to have a voice? How many years is that going to take you? And because of the fact that you're a female singer, you have a lot more work to do in tuning that voice. I myself am a rapper, so it doesn't matter. As long as the words that are coming out of my mouth are validated, we're good on that. You know what I mean? And I don't have to put them in a rhyme to make them rap. That's what I'm seeing. I hate to say it, but you were on a way, and you lost your way trying to go the same way as everybody else, and they're going nowhere, bro. Look at him. Russ isn't doing any better. He's just doing his 9 to 5. This is a lifestyle. He's not selling more or doing more. You're not going more. He's just doing what he always does. You want to maintain that lifestyle because he made it look good? Look at him. He's not happy. And if you start this, you're going to be just as, like every other artist, stuck there trying to force a thought so that you can write a song. How long does it take to put sentences together for you right now? To compose music, it's an art, and it takes years and years and years. I didn't just become a songwriter, bro. I'd started the whole fucking, the whole writing process and recording process. But I had been in music for all of my life. This wasn't new. It was just a new area of my life. That's what I said. I can kill promotions. I can kill all that PR. But I had to learn to become something else. And that's where it is I was killing it. I could have put you on fucking all over. That's what it was. Here in Denver, big names would come, but they needed local artists to open for them. So that's why it was cool to know me. And that's what's funny is you turn the scale. When I became the artist, then I turned into, my twin flame. He was the one that could get me to open for other artists. It's like it was a full circle. I'm just saying, be careful, bro. Stay in your lane. You're about to crack the code, and instead you're gonna fucking drop your eggs over there to go over there, whip up some bullshit in the fucking, in the studio. It happens a lot. You're right there at success, and you stop success because you want to be, go play outside with the boys. Like you're literally about to crack this code, and then somebody knocks on your door, and you decide to go somewhere else with this, and you lost your path. All your work, the house burnt down, you lost all your fucking, your material and got to start all over. Are you back where you started or in a situation that reminds you of the past failures? Financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Why does God take us back to these moments? I have to do it all the time. It's part of patterns. To become stronger through them. Just because I fixed my car this time or not, it will happen again. Something else will happen. Why does this keep happening? Why does my car keep breaking? Well, let's just start with the fact that cars break. But every time it happens, do I get better about understanding the happening? Now, each part that breaks is going to cost more or less, or it's a new part. It's a new experience. I'm on a new side of the road. Every time this happens, how are you going to, and that's where you get better at it. Are you always going to act like this every single time something goes wrong with the car or with life? Why does this keep, you haven't learned to calm it when it happens. It'll stop bothering you when you stop letting it bother you. And in most cases it stops happening because all they're doing is pushing your endurance levels. After this doesn't bother you no more, it's like a kid. Okay, well, I'm going to try something else to bother you. It's all about finding peace in life. through the trials and tribulations, the adversity, and having the endurance to just chill. Not have control, but understand that, you know, you're not out of control. It's really hard. You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. And that's where you start killing yourself. I'm such a bitch. This is all my fault. Why can't I ever do anything right? I don't know what to do. And if I don't fix this. And that's what I told Morgan. I said, Morgan, yesterday, first off, there was a mishap with my taxes. And I didn't know what was going on with that. At first, I thought it was my federal, but I found out it was my state. And that was my nest egg. And it said that instead of getting a check, I got a bill. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I turned to her, I was like, you know what, bro, it don't matter. I'll get a job and I'll make $3,000. It don't matter. It was something, you know what I mean? Whatever happens, happens, bro. It's okay. It'll be okay. If this car doesn't work, then I've learned the bus. We'll still make it. Everything will still be okay. Life still goes on. If I don't, here comes Pac. I don't know what he's saying. It's that song. Life goes on, I guess is what it's called. I guess. Is that what you're singing? That's all I keep hearing him say. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure this out. Trust God, bro. That everything's going to be okay. And that's where she was. She wasn't sure. But she tells me today, she's like, I trust that it's okay now. And I can't argue with her because, first off, she knows better. And if she's wrong, it'll be okay either way. You just have to have some trust and some faith and not be so, you know, at the same time I told her, I was like, that's what I told Diana, I was like, I have to fuck around and find out, and I just don't want to fuck around and find out today. I fucked around and found out yesterday, and I'm a little burnt out, so we'll try tomorrow. I'll jump in that motherfucker and we'll see if anything happens, but not today. I don't want to find out today. Sometimes you just don't want to find out. And that's it. If it's something else, then we'll move on. We'll figure it out. And that's what she said. If it's not that, then we'll just keep moving through. We'll go and check the pumps of the water pump, and we'll check the fucking tubes, and we'll tear this motherfucker apart until we figure it out. Well, that's a good friend to have. But in the essence, it's like, God told me 2 years ago He's going to give me a new car. And you told me that you have a friend that has a dealership car. I just need a fucking paycheck and we'll get a new car. And that's where it is. It's like, for every problem, there is a solution. If you can get past the fact that it's not a problem, it's just a turning point. I'm not positive by nature, bro. I've just learned to trust because I've seen it work. And that's what I teach you, is how it works. Belief. It really works. You can't fully fake it, but you start creating it by your words. You know, you tell yourself, you tell your brain, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. God's got a plan. Something will come to pass. You start creating the okay instead of staying in the it's not okay. And sometimes it's not okay, but it will be okay. You have to tell yourself that. Protection message. This is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. That's what all of us are doing. We're staying away from outside because they just flock to us and you can just hear them and all their shit. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. That's that Queen of Swords that told you stick to yourself. Your mantra today is, not my circus, not my monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys! All this drama will pass, and you will carry on, unscathed and blameless. Watch out for people in their shit. What is it? I don't know. It could be residual energy from the moon. It hit me hard. I never had a moon hit me, and we just had that meteor shower that came last night, which was what? Perseus? Isn't that cool how it came out in the cards? I thought that was pretty cool. Did you think it was cool? I thought it was cool. I always think it's cool, all the magic and stuff. Well, I mean, that's where we feel like we're at, but I'm teaching the girls to have a better view on it, and actually Jude came in too. We have a new girl. She's not I don't know what she identifies as. I should stop saying they. We have to be guided. So that means we have to listen. And that's what it is. It's like, guys, I'm with a bunch of fucking single women. All of us are a bunch of single women that are homeless and jobless, bro. We're not really sure what the fuck is, how we're going to get out of this. All we can do is apply for jobs, but then we don't know who's going to take care of our kids, where we're going to live, how we're going to get there. All of that, bro. I'm one of fucking many. One of many. But we're not forgotten. And we don't have the answers. We don't know how to get out of our own situations. You can blame us for being here, for all of us. You can call us all drug addicts, bad parents, call us all whatever you want. But we're not the only ones that have lost everything and don't know how to get it back. We need God. And we're all sitting there right now. We thought we had, I thought I had some shit put together too. Not that I was any better. I thought I had a job. Well, fuck, I didn't have that. I'm not standing on anything powerful either. My power is my faith, and that's what I teach them. He's going to show us what we can do to, show us what to do. We're willing to do, but show us what to do. And that's what makes a strong, independent woman, a single mother, is that we're willing to do whatever it takes for our children. But we're in a place where God won't show us what to do. So we can keep doing everything that we can, trying to make things work, and we end up like this. And all of us kind of feel it. We're holding it together, but we're fucking stagnant. We don't want to be here anymore. We want to get out, but we don't know how to dig ourselves out. We need God to show us the way out. He's trying to show us that this is a good place that he's put us. Give us each other. Give us some time to rest. Give us, provide us what we didn't have before we got here, because all of us were homeless before we got here. All of us in our cars with our children in all of our situations. But we want more than what, we want to get to that next place just like you. But sometimes you got to understand, like people like us and even yourself, there are real limitations that you can't go any further without God, bro. He's not opening the doors. You can go knock on every fucking door up and down every street. Or you could just wait until he shows you which door to walk through. It's very difficult. And I feel this, as I cry there. It's like, yeah, bro, I get it. This is a never-ending story. We're right back where we started, right? Yeah, we are. All of us are. It's a year. We are right back where we started. All we have is the wisdom that we learned from last year so that we can take this year in a new direction. We're still going to go through the same shit. But will we have a better attitude about it? Because obviously, the thing is about being back where you started is you didn't break the cycle. So you have to repeat the cycle to get out of the cycle. You're only out, If you're facing it again, it's because you didn't learn it. So we have to relearn it. Why are we doing this, Billy Madison? We're hard-headed. We're missing it. We're missing what God's trying to show us. And he'll keep showing us. And then once we get it, we can move on. And he'll show us another hard lesson. And that's ultimately, it's not a hard life. It's just a hard lesson. It's not a hard life. It's not about having a hard life. It's about learning really hard lessons and your progression. A hard life is no progression. No change. Things get no better. I hear you, Buck. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning, should I ask myself? Is life worth living? I'm gonna blast myself. I never had a gun, but I feel like dying. I said that when I was younger. I would never own a gun because I'd be too tempted to kill myself or someone else, the way this life is. If you're tempted, don't tempt yourself. On the sword, though, I'll cut you. Get away from me and my sword. Queen of Swords. Well, that's it at 133.13. What was that saying I said to write down? It's not an I don't believe you, but not an you can't, but how can I help you attitude today. And watch your mouth. Okay? Love you. Laters. Bye. Well, no, actually, hold on. If we're talking about this, the intellect, it's all about how you're thinking. Watch your thoughts, watch your mouth. Okay? Love you. Laters. Bye.